Hello friend, welcome back. So in this video, let's continue with our grid of the game board. Okay, so we already have a bunch of horizontal parallel lines. Okay, let's draw our first vertical line. We can use that, right? Dot move to point opening parenthesis x. So what is the point? The point is here, right? We'll draw from here to here. So x is 40, y will be 20, right? Here, 40, 20. Now pass the y pass dot line to point x. So for the vertical line, you will go from here to here. Yeah, you can draw from top down or from bottom up. Yeah. So x will be the same, right? The vertical line. Y will be, now let's count. One, we'll start from 20 plus, right? How many? 17, right? 17s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Actually, we don't need to count, right? We already know we have 10 lines. So the gap, the number of the gaps is 10 minus 1, right? So it's the 10 minus 1, that many 17s. Okay, now run it. Very good, right? It's a perfect fit. Okay, now the 10 is used more than once, here and here, right? So if we change this one to 11, let's run it. You see, we have to modify here also, right? 11, like that. A good programming practice is to define a constant. For this kind of numbers here. Okay, let's do it. We can put it here like that. We can say that 10 is number of rows. Rows, data type int, right? 11. So rows, yes. So we can use this in the place of this 11 and this 11. So now Xcode will complain about, it doesn't complain. It should command B to trigger the comparison. Oh, I know why. Never mind. So it will complain immediately. So same idea, right? We use the 17 multiple times. For example, if we want to change, right, the gap, the size of the gap from 17 to 18, we need to modify multiple places, right? For example, let's change it to 13. Now if we run it, it will be that, because we haven't updated this 13. Okay, run it again. Now we missed this guy, right? The 13 used in this vertical line. Here it has to be 13. Oh no, yeah, 13. Run it. Now it's perfect. Okay, so the same idea, we defined a constant for this 13 thing. What is that? We can, let's use the cell side, right? The side length of the cell. So data type CG float. Okay, this is the this is the concept of like the distance between the two parallel lines. So it can be decimal number. It doesn't make sense to use integer. Okay, now 13 here. This time, let's replace the 13 here and here. Now Xcode will complain. Command B, or just wait. Okay, what happened here? Because when we draw the lines, we use all the data type we pick is CG float. So now this one, it is CG float, but the I is integer. It makes sense because I is the time of the iteration, right? It doesn't make sense we iterate 3.5 times or 3.7 times. This has to be integer. This has to be integer. So let's see what the auto fix. We don't use this time. We don't use the auto fix because it will do the opposite. It will change this guy back to integer because it will treat the literal number as an integer. But actually, we mean that, right? Yeah. So let's change this one, convert this one to CG float. How? We needed to type CG float the parentheses around the I. A better way is we can highlight that and opening parentheses. Now go back here, CG float. So this way we can use the autocomplete. If we type directly here, CG, you see, there's no autocomplete. Or we can go, put a space there, CG float, like that. Yeah, this is also good, right? Yeah. So here we can type CG float directory, CG float, like that. Okay, again, let me share this trick again. Here is the I, right? So we can double click that guy. Double click this guy. Opening parentheses. It will add the closing parentheses automatically, right? Now go back to here, CG float. Like that. Now everyone is happy, especially Xcode is happy. Run it. Now we can change this easily, right? Say we want to go 19. Run it. Yes, gorgeous. Okay, let's add the second line of to the right of this first vertical line. move to ns point opening parenthesis x. So here x will be 1, will be now let's handle this. 40 is used multiple times, so we need to use 40 again, and plus we need to plus 19, right? And 19 we can use this cell side here, cell side. What about y? We can use this 20. This 20 is used in multiple places. We need to define a constant for that too. So let's put it here 20. Let me finish this line. Okay, so pass. So y is 20. Yes. Line 2 ns point. So here, of course, we need to keep the x same, otherwise it won't be a vertical line parallel with the other one. Y 20. So we can copy this, right? Because they are same. The y, the y part is same as the first vertical line. Run it. Very good. Now let's add the missing constant. So yx here, we'll use the name origin x for our grid, or let's use grid x. Okay, so let grid x, so data type same cg float, it is 40. Okay, grid x is the location, right? X part of the location of our grid. So I'll put it here, 40, 40, 40, all the X part. Now run it. Okay, so we can change that easily, right? Say we want to make it 23. So it means we'll move this point from here to here. Let's use 23 here to see everything, if everything follows or not. Run it. Yes, very good, right? Very good. Now let's handle this 20 thing. 20 is this part, right? This part here, and that's defined here. Let grid y, right? CG float 20. So we'll replace this 20 with grid y. Grid y. After that, our code is centralized, controlled here, right? Using those information to control the location and the size of our grid. Run it. Nothing will change. We just make our code better, more elegant, more professional. It's called refactoring. So now let's test with, say, instead of 20, let's use half of it, and 11. No. Let's use 13. Okay, run it. We just pull down, right? Everything down a little bit here. That's great. So now let's try to use the for loop, right? Okay, now for, say, I in 0 dot dot, that's then the number of row, number of columns. So we have rows, we don't have columns. Let's define it, that columns int, right? This is a concept of integer, right? It doesn't make sense we have like half of the cell, right? That's not good. So here what about, let's use 29. I like prime numbers. You too, right? Prime number is the pattern of our number system. Okay, so now same idea. Here we loop through so many times, and let's make a copy of that and put it here. So, okay, so if you like, we can find, yeah, let's undo this step, okay, and comment out this, or we can delete that. Then yeah, it won't do anything. So let's find out the pattern. Okay, run it. So what about adding another one, another vertical line here? You'll be that, right? And we need one more cell side, right? 2, like that. Run it. Yeah, very good. 3 lines. Okay, so to make the pattern more obvious, explicit, we'll put something like that, right? Yeah, it's a very good to make this more obvious. Now what about this here? Does it follow the same pattern? Yes, right? 0 times cell side, right? It's 0. Now you see it's so strong, right? The pattern 0 1 2 0 1 2, right? So it means here 0, I starts from 0 1 2 3 until, right, columns -1. So completely it will be 0 1 2 3 to 28, totally 29 lines. Now we can make a copy of that and put it here and replace the number here literal with our I. Yeah, of course Xcode will complain this guy is integer, so this time, yeah, we can use the auto fix because it will replace I with CG float I. That's what we need. Good. Next one. Yes. Now comment out the old code and run again. 29. Oh, I'm not sure if it's there are something like some lines hidden outside the green view. How to test it? How to detect if there's like this is, for example, that's then 28. It's easy, right? That's -1 here. Decrease the number of vertical lines. Run it again. Okay, so it's still there. Let's use a smaller number. It's still there. Let's use a much smaller number. 23, for example. Oh, okay. Now what about I don't like use line 19 because it's already used. Okay, this one 17. Okay, it's here. Cool. So let's just use 17. Okay, now those lines are too long because we use the hard-coded number here. What it should be, it should be grid x plus, right, 17 minus 1 times cell side, right? Now run it. Okay, it complains. I guess it can be auto fixed. Yes, replace that with a CG float. That fix. Why does it add an actual parenthesis? That's not necessary. And yeah, run it. Very good, right? So we know now 17 is here. Maybe we can use 20, 25, run it. Too many grid. 23, run it. Oh, okay, what about 20? Run it. I think 22 is good. Yes. Now we are comfortable with our new code, right? So we can make a commit. So clean up our code, right? Because we are push our code to the public domain. Okay, so always be nice to the world. Run it again to make sure everything, yeah, it's good. We don't want to destroy, right, the beautiful world. Okay, now let's go to here, the command line. We can check the status. Yeah, make sure we are inside, right, our snake-mac project. Okay, so now git status. Yeah, we know, right, we modified one file, and git commit, yeah, commit -a, and we can say and edit vertical lines to the grid of game board, something like that. Escape, quit. Now git status again, it should be clean. Yes, and now we can do git push. One more time. Let's go to our GitHub repository to check. Okay, so GitHub, this is my name, and here is our snake mac repository. Enter. So you can see the last comment is here. Added vertical lines to the grid of game board. Let's see, the new code there is inside the board view, right? Now here, yes, right, we have all the new code there, right? Very good. Thank you for watching. See you next time.